Becoming a jeweler was a serendipitous decision. It really wasn't my decision. It was something destiny kind of handed me. My undergraduate degree is in biochemical engineering, and I took a 1.5-year sabbatical from my education, my undergraduate education, to start a jewelry business because I had grant money to do so. And so I literally fell into it. I realize I'm the luckiest person on earth. I found exactly what I was supposed to do. I got that biochemical engineering degree and I don't use it. Alara Jewelry is a design-focused jewelry store. I have locations in Bozeman, Montana and Missoula, Montana, and everything about the business is staying focused on design with a broad price point range. It's experiential, most definitely. Our tagline, "Dang, we're good," was given to me by customers. I would say I go out of the way to try to make a very personal connection with people, and I do that by using my sense of humor. I believe that a lighthearted, happy customer is a buying customer, and I like people to leave kind of laughing and feeling good. My specialty would be, I go all over the world, particularly Europe. I look for lines that I can singularly import, be the sole importer for. 30% of what we do is my own work, so definitely that's not something people are seeing elsewhere. And then I supplement with over 30 other designers that are US based and have small production, interesting items. I got a phone call this past December from a gentleman from Paris whose girlfriend, who lives in the Bozeman area, or is at least from Bozeman, had fallen in love with a ring in our store. I had to figure out which piece it was, given his decent command of the English language, but certainly not perfect, especially describing jewelry. And once I determined which ring it was, and it was not sizable, he was kind enough to know the size, I had 10 days to source a stone, build the ring in her size, and prep my store because he was proposing in my store on Christmas Eve. I had the champagne he requested ready. We gave them privacy. We had the right music. We had candles. There were tears. There were photographs. It was an all-around great experience. I started my own nonprofit called Women Who Wine that does not have an H in it. And it is a once monthly meeting, and it's become synonymous with Alara Jewelry and kind of reinforces with people in the community that aren't known for philanthropic involvement because they think they don't have enough money or they're too young. And so by being involved in Women Who Wine, Alara has top of mind awareness, but I genuinely do it because I really care about my community. They accepted me with open arms, and I'm a relatively new resident. My most successful in-store event is definitely the trunk shows that we do. We get in some designers that definitely have elan within my community because of the way that I expose them through the store, and I make sure that my designers that come to trunk shows, they have to make a personal appearance. They have to have a great dynamic personality. Our store is about people and about personalities, and it's all great jewelry, but I need dynamic people in my store, and I definitely go all out with trunk shows, and they've kind of become something of a fashion hub for Bozeman. And then I definitely give advice regarding engagement. I have a different perspective as a woman. You don't do it on a birthday. You don't do it on New Year's. You don't do it on Christmas. You don't do it on Valentine's. You make it a special day that's all your own, and you do it something that's a little more every day, which in our part of the country, that's a lot of hiking, skiing, snowboarding, fly fishing. Do it on a day like that. Coming to the in-store show, I have specific goals that I want to achieve, and one of them would be interfacing with other store owners. Obviously, I think I have some great ideas, but I know there are people that have vastly better ideas than I do, and it's locating those people, coaxing some answers out of them. I've already done so. That's been a great thing. Secondly, the educational programs here. The moment I read in the in-store guide for the show about who the speakers were, what they were speaking about, this is headed straight towards my paradigm on how to have a great jewelry store. And the third thing would be to have a good time while I am doing all of that. This show is about useful information, people that I can genuinely consider my peers and colleagues, people whom I think have a similar approach to business as I do, but they're further along down the path. They're far more successful than I am. So this is, for me, this hits the nail directly on the head. I'm a huge fan of In-Store Magazine. I'll just say that right now. Actually, I have to credit my husband, who's not in the jewelry industry. The first time he picked it up and flipped through it, he said, "Are you reading this? This is awesome." It's a requirement of everyone on staff to read In-Store Magazine and be able to report a couple wonderful nuggets to me every month. It's well laid out, it's easy to read, and it's incredibly useful and pertinent.